Howdy folks, CLG back again. Just gonna go above selectivity. That's kind of where I left off last time, but there was one little thing I just kind of noticed that I thought was pretty interesting, and that was just a little bit on inductive coupling. Here's inductive coupling with a variable capacitor and these three examples. So I'm trying to relate it to radio, like what the hell, I can study this, but what good is it if I don't give me some real world, what are these used for? And they kind of explain this. Let's see. So inductive coupling A is frequently used in receivers for coupling between amplifier tubes when the tuning, the circuit must be varied to respond to signals of different frequencies. So I don't know if that's just the tuning or if that's a circuit used to, if selectivity maybe to cancel out the other signal. Maybe not, because selectivity was down here. So whatever that means, I don't know. I got to re-study this. Circuit B is used primarily in transmitters for coupling radio frequency amplifier to a resistive load. So maybe this is where you connect up to a dummy load or antenna input, and then your dummy load. I don't know. I got to read this stuff. And then C is used for fixed frequency amplification in receivers. The same circuit is also used in transmitters for receiving power to load that has both reactance and resistance. So again, I'm skipping over too much stuff. I need to understand reactance and resistance to be able to move forward. So bear with me, folks. I'm just cruising through this. I don't even know what I'm reading. I need to slow down. I'm just trying to show you what's in the book here. But we're getting towards the end of chapter 2, practical circuit details. We talk about combined AC and DC. I didn't know you did that. But, in these old vacuum tube type rigs, there's a lot of high voltage in there, but there needs to be some AC being converted to DC to operate with these vacuum tubes. And we're just starting to get into that. There's a lot of, here's a radio frequency choke. So I'm hearing there's things that I've heard about in radio that I'm gonna have to study more. And in grounding, this is one of the things that I kind of realized by looking at some videos of some people doing hand radio stuff. Grounding doesn't necessarily mean it's connected to the ground. And what they say here is what it means is, more often, is that the actual earth connection could be made to that point in the circuit without disturbing the operation of the circuit in any way. Say what? It's a little more explained here. Ground is therefore a common reference point in the circuit. In circuit diagrams, it is customary for the sake of making the diagrams easier to read to show such common connections by the ground symbol. Yeah, here's some examples. So here's the grounding symbol. Well, that's it for chapter 2, folks. Sorry if it didn't really say anything that made any sense. I don't know. I'm just kind of cruising through it. So now at this point, I'm going to go back through chapter 2, make notes, get those, go through with a fine-tooth comb, because when we get into, vacuum tube principles, I think I better understand a lot better what I just went through on chapter 2 before I even get into that at all. I think that's going to be, vacuum tube principles is going to be very good. And so I better get with it. Thanks for watching, folks. Stay tuned for more. Your pal CLG 73.